Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you get your green gear 20% off. Promo code America1. That's America, all caps, the number 1. 20% off all green gear until January 31st. So I had a few different things that I wanted to talk about, but I'm just going to focus in on two of them. One of them, I can't fucking believe that it's happening, but I'm not surprised, if that makes sense. But to see it playing out, to hear about it in theory at first, like they want to do this or they want to do that, is one thing. But to see it actually playing out and living it is fucking crazy. I just can't believe it. So, first of all, you may or may not have seen the video that Arnold Schwarzenegger came out with the 7.5, almost 8 minute video about it was a variety of things. He was saying things like President Donald Trump will go down as the worst president ever. That's not possible. That title was already taken by Obama, but his boy might take it from him if he gets in there. So he says that Trump will go down as the worst president ever. That was the first laughable thing that he fucking said. Number 2, look, man. I can't take anything Arnold says seriously, okay? He sounds fucking ridiculous. When he was the governor of California, he was ridiculous. And that was my first taste of, oh shit, he got elected? Because if we're being honest, I didn't think Trump was going to get elected. Of course, once you start hearing his policies and ideas, that may have changed, but Trump's running for president? That shit was crazy to us all, whether or not you supported it. So Arnold was my first foray into, oh shit, he got elected? So it's funny for him to say that because when he was governor of California, he fucking sucked. I remember my mom still worked for the state at that point. He was the worst. So who are you to tell somebody they're the worst politician ever, president, whatever title they have, when you yourself was absolute fucking garbage? So he starts talking about this thing called Kristallnacht, and I hope I'm saying it right to my German folk out there, but Kristallnacht was this night, or one night that ran into two nights, November 9th and 10th, 1938, and it was a night where they basically terrorized Jewish people, store owners, business owners. They smashed their windows. Thousands of them were arrested. Their property was destroyed. And Kristallnacht it means night of glass, and it referred to the glass from broken windows and stuff that littered the streets when it was all done. The police, they didn't do shit. It was widely accepted by society that this is the way you treat Jews. So this stupid bastard compares what happened in the Capitol to that. And this is a common theme amongst these fucking dummies, to compare Trump and things that happen here to just the horrible atrocities that happened in the past. Trump is nowhere near Hitler. But when you keep calling somebody something, the segment of the population that are dumb enough will start believing that they are what you accuse them of being. No matter how horrible it is. Racist, Hitler, whatever. It can be as vile as it. Would you just see that dude with no shirt on? That's weird. It's winter. The fuck you doing with no shirt on? What the fuck? This is California. This is what happens when you close all the mental institutions and you have no bail policies, and these fucking people get re-released into society. This dude got no shirt on. His pants falling around his ass. It's wintertime. It's not summer. It's not hot here. Put a shirt on. Anyway, so when they keep calling the people these horrible things, no matter how horrible they are, eventually some people are going to start to believe it. So when you say stupid shit like what happened in the Capitol was the same as what happened in 1938 Austria or Germany or wherever that fucking happened to Jewish people. Now, you want to talk about property damage and damaging and destroying the businesses of people of color? Well, that's more close to what happened this summer. There were a lot of businesses, windows smashed out, people beat up who shouldn't have been because of the way they look, because they happen to be a white business owner. No, you know what? I take that back. Color didn't mean shit because they were destroying black businesses too. They were just out to destroy. So if you want to talk about the businesses of minorities and people of color being destroyed, that's more like what happened this summer, not what happened at the fucking Capitol. Stop that shit. They act like this is the worst thing to ever happen to this country. And I'm going to get to that. Here he is again. Put a shirt on, fool. So, speaking of 9/11, so, what's his name? Jerry Swalwell? This dumb jackass who is currently being investigated for having ties to Chinese spies. Christina Fang or something like that. So if you're even under investigation for shit like that, how are you on the House Intelligence Committee? And to even say House Representative and Intelligence in the same sentence is weird. I'm surprised my mouth could even do that. So if you're under investigation for stuff like that, you maybe should be suspended from the House Intelligence Committee because they handle intelligence, sensitive information. Don't you fuckers have secrets or top secret clearances? How is that even a thing? I don't give a shit whether you have a D or an R next to your name. If you're under investigation for having involvement with spies, maybe you shouldn't be on the House Intelligence Committee. That's just me and my public school education. Forgive me for speaking so bluntly. I'm sorry. So that would be like if you're under investigation for fucking with kids, maybe you should have your job at the fucking daycare center taken away. Right? So this stupid little pencil neck piece of shit was doing an interview and he said that, well, even though bin Laden didn't set foot on American soil, we all know that he was responsible for 9/11. Then the lady says, are you comparing Donald Trump to Osama bin Laden? And he said, oh, no, I'm just comparing the ideas that these two men had. Basically, you're saying what happened at the Capitol building was the same as 9/11 as far as an attack on our country. And Osama bin Laden, at one point, the world's #1 terrorist, is the same as the sitting president of the United States of America. We need to find, there's TDS, and then there's extreme TDS. That is stupid, and that is insulting. But Jericho, they called Obama a terrorist while he was president. Well, I shouldn't even have to say this, but it's different when it comes from the general public online or some kind of talking head or reporter. It's different than when it comes from a sitting representative, a congressman or woman, an elected official. It's different. You guys are not supposed to be calling the president a terrorist. Unless you caught him at a table with wires and a vest, you shouldn't be calling the president a fucking terrorist. That is disgusting. That is how little they think of the president and in turn, how little they think of us. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous to compare Trump to bin Laden. Bin Laden was directly responsible for the murder of over 3,000 American citizens, innocent citizens. They didn't attack a base. They attacked some buildings that regular everyday people worked in. We've all seen the footage of the people jumping from the towers. When the towers fell, that rolling cloud of dust and smoke that made its way through the streets of New York. We've heard the voicemails people left on Flight 93 that was about to crash. The calls from the planes that crashed into the towers. We've heard all that. We've seen the images. The glass and the fireball when the planes hit the towers. So you're going to compare some people who may or may not have been connected to Trump, who may or may not have been Trump supporters, to a known terrorist, murderer. That is sick, disgusting, and even going that's a little much even for you dumb fucks. Even for you Swalwells and Pelosi's and Schumers, that's even a little much for you sick fucks. And shout out to my man Chris from the Classic Metal Show who sent me a link to this bullshit. What the fuck? You think just because Trump is getting toward the end of his term that this kind of shit is okay? And it's impeachment bullshit. Again? What, double jeopardy doesn't play into this? To where you can't charge somebody twice for the same crime? And like I said yesterday, the whole first impeachment was about a phone call that Trump released the transcripts to. Oh, I'm in trouble for this phone call? Here's what we said. So that doesn't look like a guilty person would do that to me. That doesn't look like the actions of a guilty person. So now you're going to try and impeach him again on some shit he had nothing to do with because he told them to go down and fight? You think he meant to go down there and tear shit up? Fight doesn't just mean get physical. You can fight for something without getting physical, without destroying. You know that's not what he fucking meant. You know that shit. What do they call that? Willful ignorance? You knew damn good and well Trump was not sending people down there to do that shit. That's not his MO now. It's never been his MO before. Well, those dog whistles that they say, that shit is so stupid. Trump didn't have a damn thing to do with those people going down there. Well, he was telling people that the election was fraudulent and that it was stolen. It was. Why are you giving Trump shit? Give these fuckers shit who stole the election. It's not his fault that he was saying the truth. But in no way did he say or mean for people to go down there and do that shit. But this little piece of shit is comparing him to bin Laden. What else do you need to know? A lot of this crazy bullshit, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, and there needs to be a third side. We need to turn this into a triangle. There no longer needs to be two sides of the aisle. There needs to be a third side. Because we keep getting fucked over by the two we have now. Republicans and Democrats are trash. Garbage. They don't give a fuck. They're only out for themselves. We need to create a party for us. Or like the libertarians, there's other parties out there with things that I can agree with and I think all of us can agree with. Small government, no IRS, anybody? Maybe we need to elevate a party that already exists. We need to do something. There needs to be a third major party in this country. They have proven to us once and for all that we are not the prize that they're keeping their eye on. We ain't shit. Look at, what's his name? Cuomo. He wants to now, oh shit, we're not going to survive if we don't lift the lockdown. We're not going to survive. There's going to be no more New York businesses left to save. What? What happened? You're willing to lock people up? You're doubling fines for them breaking the rules that the mayor of New York City was breaking? Remember de Blasio was out there jogging in his favorite park while he's telling you to keep your ass inside and stay away from those that love you? Is this what he's talking about? So now all of a sudden you want to lift that shit? Just like Pelosi, David Lopan's bitch ass. No stimulus package for 8 months, but now Biden is perverted and stole the election. So now you want to give out some crumbs, some scraps? Why now? Why now, Cuomo? All of a sudden you give a shit about the businesses in New York? They're all full of more shit than a Christmas turkey. It's not about us. What did Dr. Phil say? It's not about you. It's not about us. It's about them and their power. And if we're not giving them their power, fuck you. We still have the power, people. That's why they keep coming to us for it. We are still in charge. It's just that we forget sometimes. We get enamored and lost in the suits and their fancy outfits and their limos and their podiums and their offices. They ain't shit. That's just putting a dress on a turd. It's still a turd. That's what they are. They're turds. And they should be treated as such. These are scary times, but these are times that can get better. We just need to remember who we are. You know what we're like? We are like a pretty woman with bad self-esteem. But you're so beautiful. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. You're gorgeous. Look at you. Those lips, those hips, those legs. Girl, you're fine. No, I'm not. I'm ugly. I'm not pretty. Look at my nose. I don't like the way my hair is. Look at my hands, my feet, my leg. I'm so ugly. No, you're not. You're gorgeous. No, I'm not. That's what we are. Look at you, America. You're beautiful. You're powerful. You can take care of this. You can cut this cancer out of our body. No, we can't. They're too powerful. They're too big. They got big tech on their side. They'll silence us. They'll dox us. They'll make us out to be racist and perverts or whatever else they think we are. No, America, you are beautiful. You are the finest girl at the dance. Get out there and be oogled by all the boys. Go out there and enjoy your beauty. We are powerful. We can do this. We have to. Look at the alternative. You want to be fighting over old cans of corn? Do you want to sit there and think, man, remember what steaks used to be like? I can smell it now. Man, remember electricity? Oh, man, you just walk in the room and turn on the light. It's bright as hell. It's like the sun. Remember that? Remember all the different cars? Man, there was Toyota, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Mercedes, everything. Man, remember that? Man, those were the days. Remember when you can go anywhere and do what you wanted? You didn't have to carry papers on you. You could say what you wanted. Nobody would get offended. Man, tell us again, Papa. Tell us about the steaks and electricity, Papa. Do you want that to be us? Do you want us to be like fucking Cuba? That's where we're headed. But Jericho, we're America. That'll never happen. Shit. You ever seen a story about a real healthy person drops dead on the treadmill? That could happen. That dude had a six-pack. He had the little things down there, little dick root, them little hip things you can see. Nope, dead. But how did that happen? He was so healthy. It can happen, But we can stop it. Remember who you are. Remember how powerful your pen is and that ballot. At least I think the ballot's still powerful. Fuck. We can't give up, people. You see the alternative. A sitting representative just accused the president of being a terrorist. Good boy. Well, let me get up out of here. You know who I'm about to go see? My beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.